Well, welcome back to Alan's Day. This is day 7 working on Krusty. Almost seems like frickin' Groundhog Day. Parts, hammering on rust, same old, same old. Truck's still sitting there, car's up there, still got this one here, my parking spot here. I think every video is being the same at the start here. But anyways, guarantee you, this is day 7 working on the Jeep. Let me get you in here and show you some of the parts we got today. They were lined up a couple of deep at the shop there, dropping off parts. Everything's coming in, everything's coming together. Ordering more parts for everything that I'm breaking as I go throughout the process here. So I've got a couple hours this evening to see if I can make some progress on this. Let me take you in here and for a walk and show you the parts bomb that blew up in the shop here. Well, where do we start sorting out this parts bomb explosion here? Yesterday I figured out that I had the wrong U-bolts, so I got a hold of Bumper to Bumper and they were able to get me the right U-bolts. Well, I don't know. Those threads look like they need to be a little longer. We're going to find out in a minute here. I got some shock stubs for the ones that I broke off yesterday. Steering parts all came in from O'Reilly's. That was a frickin' challenge getting those ordered because it has to look like that, and it doesn't look like that on their parts screen, so there was a little confusion of a few people there. But anyways, I think I have to talk them through and get the right parts here. So we got steering parts here. As long as I don't get left and rights, mix those up. We've got some couplers. I got the higher end stuff, the Precision. They do have a lower grade stuff, but the labor is worth more than the parts that's going into this. So don't chintz on parts unless you're just turning it to get rid of it the next day. Let's see, I've got ball joints. That's I'm not looking forward to that job because there is some rust and corrosion here that it's going to fight me a little bit, even just to get the nuts off there and get a wrench on there. So I do have new steering knuckles coming in. Those will be in tomorrow from O'Reilly's. But making progress. Hey, what else we got on the pile here? Oh, we got from Rough Country. We've got the shocks ponied up a little bit for some shocks on there, just to make sure it handles going down the road. Those got those. Drive are the front axles. The front axles that I took out of here. The U-joints were so rusted up, and I think they wore right into the frickin' yokes. There's no way that I'm gonna try to salvage that mess, so open up the credit card and get some new axles, front axles. And what bothers me on these axles is I look and there's no grease zerks on here. I'm thinking they make their money by selling you another set of axles when these U-joints go out of here because you can't grease the damn thing. Well, I guess it's a good business plan for them, but sucks for the guy that's got to take it out and put a new one in there. These are from Dorman. These are O'Reilly's. Those are a couple of days out. I did end up getting new bolts for the hub assemblies that I took off of here. The ones that were cut off there. So we got new bolts to go with the hub assemblies. That's all squared away. The other parts here, and this one has sort of impressed me, as simple as it is. Flowmaster, got this off of Amazon. They got the pipes all numbered or labeled. Back of vehicle there, it shows how to make the splice right there. It says that goes to the muffler, and then it's got an inlet on that side there. So what a frickin' surprise. Something that I don't have to frickin' think about. Somebody did the thinking for me. I like that. Also got a new pipe coming down from the header on there. Going through. Anytime I've got an exhaust system, I always try to put a flex or couple in there somewhere. Yeah, it ran all those years without it, but I just feel a little bit better that there's a little bit of shaking going on in here compared to on your bolts and your header and your motor. So I'll cut this, probably drop that in right here, just to get that little extra flex and off of there, so it's not torquing on the header on there. So that's this pile of parts, and it just keeps on going. And over here we've got more parts. These parts came in rough country. These are the armor kit that I've been talking about, what we're going to do to save the vehicle here. Very inexpensive for what they are. There's absolutely no way you can even attempt to make those for the price that you pay for them. So what there are, there's door liners right here, so there's enough to do the doors. And this is the before and the after. You almost got a brand new vehicle here now. So they give you some rivets and or some insert nuts, and put some caulking behind there, just like brand new. But before I put that on there, I am going to take and just literally take a 4-inch cutting wheel and just cut all that big thick rust off of there. Don't know why, but I'm going to do it because I know what's underneath there, and it's going to bother me. The next part on here is another piece of magic is going to happen here. This hole right here is not supposed to be there, except in Wisconsin. That's what you get. This piece here, see, doesn't that look better already? Fits right on there, same deal. Put some caulking behind there, cut most of that stuff out of there, and put some caulk on there. You're good to go. And then there is another piece that I've got on order. Should be here, and it actually goes all the way from the quarter kit all the way up, and it does this whole panel all the way up to here, and then there's a flare, a steel flare that goes all the way down here to meet this. So that's going to take care of that. And like we talked about, this the missing running board here, those parts we made up at the shop here underneath the paint booth here. This is a piece of 2x6 tubing, 60 inches long, and that is going to get welded in right here. It'll butt right up against the frame here, which is pretty solid. Just needs some grinding and derusting and some of that Miracle rust renovator spray that I've got. So that goes into here, and then you take and cut this door panel off, or you cut right here along this edge right here, which is still somewhat solid metal right along here, and you stick that tube in there, and you just put a weld bead all the way across here, all the way down, and that locks your bottom in and gives you a rock rail on there also. Not that it's going to be climbing through any rocks, but in case accidentally you did a rock. But anyways, that's enough talking. I need to get over on the other side and start putting this spring back together. Now they got all the U-bolts. But as I go, I just paint all the parts, put some of that rust renovator on everything. Like I said, I don't know if it does any good, but it's going to make me feel really nice that I made an honest attempt to slow or seal this up underneath here. So let me get back to you when I've got some got that back spring on there and looking nice. Well, we're back at it. Got the stub put on there, cut the old one off. I wish I had more time to show you a little bit more of what I was doing, but we're sort of running out of time on this deal here. So anyways, I got the shock stub on, cut the old one off, got a nut around the back side, and just put a little bit of weld on there just to make sure that's not going to move. Next problem we ran into is those bolts up there are spinning when I turn them. I could either spend the rest of the night, get a wrench in from the end and try to hold them, or cut them off, or get new bolts in there. But I got a creative solution, and it all begins with going into the back here. Drilled a hole, found out where the top of the shock was through there. Now we are going to do what they probably should have did back in 1999, and that is put an access to them frickin' bolts on the top so I wouldn't be here all these frickin' years later trying to figure this thing out, how to get that. So we are going to take the hole saw and we're going to put a permanent hole in there for the access to the shock tower. Hopefully I've never got to change it out, but a little bit of pop rivets, a little bit of a floor mat back here, I think it will be a better off because of it. So pull that out of there and see what I run into. Well, we got a floor down there. Okay, that looks good. Now we're just going to have a hole in there. At least I got a nice round hole in there. Wow, isn't that pretty? Within about 30 frickin' seconds, I got a bolt head and a bolt head for the shocks. Oh, what a surprise. So I guess maybe this will have to be on a service bulletin for these vehicles to get at them frickin' shock bolts up there. So, well, not much progress, but it's progress. Got the shock in there, and while I had that shock out of there, took the air hammer, pounded away, and then took my descaler and hit it. A couple coats of primer and paint. Got it bolted up in there with some new hardware and flange bolts. And in the back here, I'll get a cover plate put in here. Now the magic number to put this in is 10 inches from here to the center, 10 inches from here to the center, and that'll get you to the shock. Now the front one is forward, and there's seems like a bigger and easier access panel. I can get my hand in that one, but on this one there was wires and gas lines and everything, and I didn't want to deal with it. So anyways, this is my solution to getting that in there. And let me get this sealed up here with some caulking. So what I got, I just took a piece of aluminum, slide it up underneath the carpeting, put that in there, That'll sit there like that. Take a big gob of caulk, run around the inside on there. And this caulk that I use on here is sort of a structural grade type caulking. So it seems to do a pretty good job of holding everything. I use it for more than just sealing leaks. This is a Bostic Marine. I use this stuff on a lot of stuff. It's a pretty pricey, but it does the job when you need something to hold it. So that, put the little fuzz back in there, and put the carpeting back in, and we have just like new. Let that dry. It's good to go. So that was my solution. Now back to getting that frickin' leaf spring in there. Now that I got the shock out of the way, I wanted to get that in before I put the leaf in the way. Now got to figure out how to get this this out of here. I can't get the grinder in there to get that bolt out, so I think the torch is coming out. I better put you down and get some water for that deal. Well, Krusty's getting the torch again. Can't get these bolts off up underneath there on this rear shackle. So get the torch out. Got the water hose out. Got a bucket of water there. The only concern I have is this fuel tank, but I'm far enough away from that I shouldn't have a problem. As long as I keep things wet, we're in good shape. So, one more thing. We're getting there though. Well, end of day 7. Like I said, it seems like frickin' Groundhog Day on this sucker. It just keeps coming back, same day. Making progress. But I've been saying that every night for how many nights? So, got to get going. It's already dark outside. And like I said, I've only been working evenings, and on the weekends I can get at this thing. So it's taking longer than what I would like it to. So, I got the front end, plates on, shocks on. I got these fancy little hangers in the back that go on there. Again, thanks for hanging with me. Talk to you guys later. Krusty kicked my ass today. I'm tired. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.